That's what everybody says. Well, welcome in, everybody.
Can y'all see us okay?
We're gonna see. I'm showing 0 up there.
Yeah, I've. Can y'all see us or not?
See, everybody's popping in. They're saying they're waiting for us. This is supposed to maybe. Said go live. 39 watching.
Oh, wow. Mine still isn't popping on the. Are we live?
I think we're doing a thing.
Are we doing a thing? There we are.
We're gonna figure this out, y'all.
Ah,
Eventually, I promise.
hi, guys. Sorry, it's our first night using StreamYard, and we're just learning. So
Oh yeah. Okay. So now we're seeing everybody coming in. I don't know what the delay was,
that was quite a
but
delay from the time we hit it.
it was. Luckily, we had to wait for the cat feeder to feed the cat, so that wasn't noisy. And um, so yeah, we're trying to StreamYard out, guys. You can see it; it's up there. We're hoping that as you guys are popping questions or any of the major comments, stuff like that, that we can click and highlight them up there. Try to help us, but then help you, because like you
Yeah,
said, or like we've said, right? Is we want this to be
interactive.
interactive. And
Yeah.
sorry that Sister Bert is feeling under the weather, so she might
Oh.
not be in too long, but at least she's in here.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful for all of you. So Lauren and Joel say it's coming in clear and sharp. So
Good. So, as in keeping with our lives, we don't go down a list of hellos. We want y'all to throw up some blue hearts or your pink wavy hands. Let everyone know, hey, we're here. And that way we can greet everybody all at the same time. And we're not wasting your time and whatever for trying to go through a huge list because we love each and every single one of you guys. That the more people that come into lives, the harder it is to actually interact. So, and we're hoping that StreamYard is going to give us a few extra avenues that are coming up. So we'll try not to spill too many beans tonight. But StreamYard
no
offers us,
promises.
yeah, like the ability to do giveaways, kind of like y'all were doing with Gillum's. So yeah, we think we're gonna like
Yeah,
it.
and hopefully if you're just tuning in tonight, don't know what your schedule is, but try to back your schedule up an hour and
Mhm.
go see Johnny and Christine over at Gillum Farms, because they are awesome. And they just did a big, huge giveaway thing tonight, which was awesome because they had to celebrate. What were they celebrating?
They're 2,000.
2,000, y'all.
Well, they're over now. Yeah.
And they hit 2,000 and said, "We're not stopping. They're going to keep going," and it's awesome. We love seeing that. We remember being excited about that, which it really wasn't
No.
that long ago.
Well, it was Christmas Day. I think I posted on the community page a thank you that we had reached our 3,000 on Christmas Day. And we are over 42 something,
I don't
4,288,
know.
I think.
There's a lot of numbers. Numbers are even
Something
harder
like
than
that.
words.
Yeah, so it's crazy. And that's all because of you guys. And we do hope to grow even more. So, yeah, share us out, tag us up, do whatever.
So there's a good, yeah. David Mom said, "Johnny and Christine sent me. I didn't win nothing. You're my prize."
We'll take it.
And oh yeah, there's Ken. Cold snacks, absolutely, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting a hello from a Tina. She says she's a Michigander too. Yes, as you see, we have other friends. Like
We may have
I
left
was
Michigan, but
born and raised in Michigan. She wasn't, but then we lived our last 2 years before we moved to Arkansas in Michigan. So
I didn't care for it that much. The Great Lakes, yes.
And honestly, when I moved back, so I spent my whole childhood living there, and it was great because I didn't know any better. And then I moved away while I served in the Marine Corps and lived in much warmer climates. And yeah, when I moved back to Michigan, and I did it for the right reasons, but I was glad to be gone when we did and get back down to the South. So
Yeah.
And
Oh, David, thank you.
yeah. Hey, it worked. You just
Yay!
click on it and it works. Okay. Thank you, David. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And
so much.
So yeah, and so Michigan life above the 45th parallel. Jason and Clarissa, they're. It's funny that we moved to Arkansas and then we make friends in Michigan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and thank you. I saw somebody else say something about nice shirts. I was feeling like I was really missing summer, and I'm like, I need to bring back a little bit of my razzle dazzle, pull out my tie dye, and feel a little bit more summery as we're going into this blustery crap.
I'll pop up the ones you can make comments to on there. We're gonna figure out a system, y'all.
Oh,
ooh, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah. Well, hi guys. How are you? How's the island? Yeah, that's so. Yeah, some of my favorite people for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, that's always a good one. Yeah. So, and I've seen Lauren making the comments, and I did get your text, Lauren. I just didn't respond because
it's been a crazy day. Shiny things. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that mess.
And yeah, so our thoughts are definitely out for everybody about to get hit with this severe weather.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be
the whole nation. It's not just. Thank you. And I have another little objective to wearing, or reason I'm wearing this, but I'll get into that here in a little bit. What was I saying? You made me have a squirrel moment.
Shiny thing. The weather.
The weather, yeah. Well, who isn't all talking about
she's going to test me. I have to actually listen to. I thought we were just here together and I did my thing.
No.
Oh, we got to listen to one another.
Yeah. It's no surprise that we're all getting ready for this Arctic blast. And along with that has come a lot of preparation on our end. And we're still not completely done. While we're also trying to get the foundation of the YouTube studio completed. So it's been a crazy last couple of days because we only had 2 good days that we could work. And that it wasn't completely raining. But boy, oh boy, we sloshed in the mud. I don't know how many times I almost biffed it and ate mud today. My boots were covered. And it just seems like it was fighting us the whole way. But we are making progress, guys. You have to wait for Saturday's video for that.
We are. And it's, albeit slow.
It's slow.
Progress is progress.
Yes.
And
we finally had to throw up our hands today and be like, in the amount of time we have left, we've got to be like, okay, today, this is a stopping point. And we don't know when we're going to be able to get back on it because tomorrow is supposed to start thunderstorming tonight, and then it's going to get extremely cold over the next 5 days, I think.
3 or 4. I don't know. It keeps changing how many days it's going to last. Yeah. So we'll be prepared for it either way. We've got a few more things to kind of prep. I mean, we're almost there of being as prepped as we're going to be for this blast. Things are probably still going to happen and hopefully not anything major, but if they do, we'll adjust.
Yeah, we'll deal with it.
So Tina is asking, tell us everything about the pros of Arkansas, please.
So for one, it's just gorgeous. And it's not even, yes, there are different parts to Arkansas. So where you end up makes a difference on like a little bit of your terrain. Okay, a lot of your terrain, as well as what trees grow in your area. But other than that, there's just beauty everywhere you go. I went out this morning because I was up before the sun even rose. And, we live on top of a ridge. And so we have valley views all the way down, and the stars were shining. And it's just different. I don't even really know how to explain it because, I spent a lot of my childhood in Tennessee, and Tennessee is beautiful, but there's just something about Arkansas. I think I don't even know. I can't even put my finger on it. Property is cheaper, but it's starting to not be. So if you're asking because you think you might move here, be doing it swiftly because it's getting
And it is, and I think
prices are starting to regulate up with regular.
We're on Paw Patrol duty over here.
Yeah,
so
Maya's here.
One of the big things I think really too that drew us. I mean, the weather and everything that she said is exactly right of why we were moving from Michigan to Arkansas. A really, really big push for us was the
ability to do what we want with the
right.
land.
There's still rules and regulations and that kind of stuff that you have to follow, right? There's still codes, there's still things that you need to do, but you don't have like our home that we were building up in Michigan. It was like if we went over a certain size, it had to have a permit. If you wanted to do this, you needed a permit. Like
couldn't put on the garage door.
I needed somebody else to give me
easement.
yeah.
Like, it's just
I needed somebody to give me permission to do something on my own land, and I was not okay with that. Like that's I no. Like I bought the land and I want to do it the way that I want to do it, and I want to put things where I want to do them, and I don't need somebody else's permission unless they're willing to pay for my land for me and just let me manage it for free, which I haven't found a place
my
there
Alaska
yet.
had commented too about the different species for hunting down here, and yes, and I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit too. Unfortunately, we're not in elk country, so I don't think there's like a lot of elk here, but I do want to go elk hunting while we're here and living in Arkansas. There is bear, although we've never seen any right here on our property. They are here. We've just not seen them. And that kind of coincides too with when we were looking at different states, we were also looking at veteran benefits. And so with Jason retiring from the Marines, different states offer different benefits for retirees. And that can include, up to free hunting for life, free hunting and fishing. He's turning the motion detector lights off.
Jenky V was enjoying the light show, but it's annoying.
So. It is annoying. Yeah, they're on a sensor. So, but yeah, so that was one of the extra added benefits. Although the deer down here are smaller than up in Michigan and Ohio. But yeah, other than that, it's great. I really love it.
Oh. So going to the ghost. No, it's not. It's just us moving. They're on a motion light back there. So
yeah, but we're always having little stuff happen here and here. I ain't ruling it out. It could be. Yeah. Yep. So Alaska, the building codes property. Yeah. So there's some freedom in Alaska that's, not in some other areas too. Like, and I think I've said this before, like when I had my homestead in Ohio, I started building that like 13, 15 years ago. And I wanted to do a straw bale home and do composting toilets and rainwater catchment. I had a 40 by 60 barn I was going to do the rainwater catchment off of. And I went through the entire mortgage process because at the time I was not debt free. And nobody said a word. I had engineered drawings for everything, the gray water system, all of it, even from California standards, and closed on the mortgage, closed on everything, ready to roll, ready to build. I go to pull my permits and the county that I lived in said, well, you can't have a composting toilet. They're illegal in the state of Ohio unless you have a septic system. You can't do gray water reuse. That's also illegal. You can't do rainwater catchment and use that in any kind of storage capacity because that's illegal unless cisterns are illegal unless you have an active well. So they've pretty much circumvented people's ability to live off the land. And so here I was sitting on a mortgage for building a home that had $25,000 to $30,000 worth of expenses that I hadn't planned on. So that's the beauty of Arkansas. You can do those things too.
So I wanted to post this up there that everybody's
hi, sweetheart.
Thoughts out there with Jamie. But she's in here tonight, y'all. So
that's so awesome.
Make sure to show them some love and keep the prayers.
But I think you said 2 more weeks that you're going to have your Josh wired chat, I think is what I read. Bless your heart, sweetheart. We're still praying for you for sure.
And then.
Absolutely. How are the taxes there? Oh, what? No, just Sasquatches. I swear there is one. I think down here they call it
And
the folk monster.
there's the.
So how are the taxes there? Much better. Way much better. And that kind of goes along with the veteran benefits that I talked about earlier.
It's better in the aspect of me being a retired vet, but also, obviously, I'm not going to get into the full details, but do your research with the tax benefits really kick in based on your VA disability rating. The higher the rating, the better the benefits. So that was a big key. I know in Michigan was somewhat the same, but not to the extent of being here. But yeah, for here, there was a change, and I guess maybe we can talk about that a little bit, because it was something that we've talked to others that come from states and counties and stuff that have individual property taxes. Like, I know North Carolina called them like an ad valorem tax, and other states call them, it's all part of your personal property. But not only are you paying taxes on your property, but then all your vehicles you have to pay a yearly property tax on. All
Personal
of
property tax.
like tractors, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, anything like that. That basically, I think how it boils down to in the simple layman's terms is, if it's in one way, shape, or form allowed to be on the public road at any point, you're going to pay a tax on it. And we didn't realize that moving to Arkansas.
No one ever said a word else about that.
And we spent 2 full winters coming down, traveling around in Arkansas, and
talking to people. Yeah,
that was nothing that was ever brought up, because a lot of the people, Arkansas is full of transplants. This is a state of everybody else that wanted to move here for whatever their reason or justification was, which is amazing, because I don't blame them. Like, we moved to Arkansas. It is beautiful. And, the beauty of driving around Arkansas will make you overlook a lot of things. And we did. We thought we had done a lot of research, and we didn't know all the additional taxes.
Yeah.
And then even the sales tax is a little bit
crazy where we live.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher here. Now, luckily, we're pretty close with the Missouri state line, and so we can sneak over there and buy certain things with a little bit less of a tax break. But when it comes to the personal property tax, as a veteran, for us, Arkansas was the place to go.
Absolutely. What's the boggy man, Eric? Yeah, I know we have the Sasquatches, but what's the boggy man? I've never heard of the boggy man. Great. Another thing to make myself freak out about when I wake up at 3:30 in the morning.
All right, there, see?
Momo comes to Arkansas. Well, yeah, I've heard it called Momo, the Fawk Monster. In Tennessee, we called it the skunk ape. Of course, Ohio is flat as a pancake, so no place for Sasquatch to hide there, but they're pretty much all one and the same, but they're here. I know it. I heard it for sure. Yeah, but I don't know what the boggy man is. And I don't think I want to know.
I'll post it up too. So,
yes.
Jamie and her husband both being vets come. Yeah. So,
yep. Yeah. And I tell you what, I mean, property taxes, it can ruin a family. It can ruin a home. It's difficult for sure, especially when they continue to make them go up and go up and go up and go up. And we're very thankful to be in Arkansas that
we're gonna throw it up, because we know Jonesy loves to just fact that he's in the hot sun cutting the grass today.
Just rub it in. Just rub it in. Absolutely. Yep. Love you, Jonesy. Tell Mrs. Jonesy we said hi. Yeah. Right. So, what you got there, my love?
I'm trying to.
The boogeyman. Yeah, I know. I don't do well with that. Like, I can't watch scary movies. I can't watch suspenseful movies. Any of that. What'd Paul say? Oh.
Snow White and Happy sent me.
Nice. Snow White, I'm guessing, is Christine. Yeah. But yeah, Arkansas has been great. We love it, for sure. I mean, there's always that little bit of tinge of, not choosing Tennessee. For me, that was where I always thought I was going to end back up. And so, the times, especially here lately, because my dad is having some problems. And so I've been on the phone a lot with him and, what he has going on. And oh gosh, y'all, it tugs at you and it can affect you all day long because I want to be there for my daddy, and that's rough. We'll just end that or I might tear up.
So Legacy Home and Garden says, hey, good evening. What's the topic tonight? My first time on your live. Saw the notice on Letter Mountain Homestead. So thank you, Amy and Chris.
Yeah, welcome.
Post, so came to check you out. And you guys, if you haven't went and checked out Leonard Mountain Homestead, go check Amy and Chris out. They are doing a lot over there.
Yeah. So what's our topics tonight?
Whatever y'all throw at us.
Yeah.
We do want to talk about, let me see
what you got up there. Yes. So we're going to cover these first and then we'll get into spilling beans.
Order. Let me think. Which way did they go?
April comes before May. What you got? Oh, put the crayons down. Okay.
Trying.
All right. So guys, at the bottom of your screen, right down here, this was another thing we wanted to trial out StreamYard for. Let's talk about meetups. And the beautiful thing about meetups is it's not just for YouTube channels. They are for subscribers and friends and family and channels and whatever. And we have some amazing meetups coming up, guys. We are so excited. And we'll continue to add them to the list because I'm sure there's going to be more. But we have 3 tonight that we want to tell you guys about.
Yeah, there's 3, and these 3 particular because, well,
we're going to all of them.
We know we're going. So, and we're well aware. I was actually just having a conversation with someone tonight about that. There's probably a whole lot more meetups that we don't even know about. Like when you get outside of your box, your genre, or whatever you want to call it in YouTube and start looking at other sources, you start finding so much more information. And, not that we have a lot of time to do it, but sometimes those random things pop up. And so the 3 we'll talk about tonight are 3 we're going to. Mm-hmm. And we know a lot of our friends that we're all associated with are all going to. So we're excited because 1, we get to hang out with them, but 2, the biggest thing for us is being able to meet the subscribers, and
that's been such an awesome experience.
Putting a face to a name for those of you that have commented, mm-hmm. Being able to shake your hand, give a hug, whatever you prefer. And so, the first one will be this at Lake Tenkiller.
Yep, right there
in Oklahoma. So it's scrolling down there. And I know if you go to our homepage or our community page, go to Christine at Mrs. Gillum Farms, go to Gillum Farms, go to
9 Acre Family
Farms. I'm pretty sure Not for Nothing's got it up there.
And numerous more.
There's so many more, guys, but obviously we named them specific. Why?
Homestead Hangout.
Homestead Hangout, right? And so
you can book down if you go to travelok, which is for Oklahoma.com. And we are going to be Cherokee Landing and be in the Creek Shelter. So we have opted to choose the same site that we had last year for Mid-America. I'm like the most extroverted introvert or introverted extrovert. And I need time to be like, decompress. So we actually like being a little bit away from all the festivities. And so we chose to go in the exact same site that we were last year. And we're booked for that already. So we're so excited. And, it's just such a good time. It's like having one of these lives, except it's not one way. We can actually sit and there's never enough time. Excuse me. You think that you have all weekend and you're going to be able to talk to everybody. I'm going to tell you right now, it don't happen because you just start talking with people. It's just, it's awesome.
So I'll let you address, since it was towards you.
Jenna, so Jenna is doing extremely well. So she had 2 days off because she had one of her wisdom teeth pulled. She and I are going through the same thing. And she works and she works and she works and she works. She's a little worker, and she's doing great. Right now, she's trying to get, because where she works, she's considered part-time, even though she's working, full-time hours. And she really needs health benefits. So she is looking at different options and different opportunities for that. With her spinal cord injuries, it makes it difficult for her to be without health insurance. So we're just kind of praying for a resolve there. Either they bring her on full-time for reals, or she's going to have to find something that provides medical benefits. So, but she's doing amazing. She still loves it here. She misses her friends. She misses everything. And we try to bring her in. And when we film at Jacob also, because Jake's working full time also. So we try to bring her in when we can. And she loves being on. She's kind of fit right in. I mean, like, yeah. But she's doing great. Thank you for asking. I'll let her know.
There's your warning. Jenky V's a hugger.
Woohoo! Me too. Yep. Absolutely. Yes. So So 10 killer, or is that this? Yeah, the 10 killer one. That is that where we're on? Yeah. All right. So
I'm trying to see.
We're in dead. Yeah, Gillums. Good. Bless your hearts. Bless your hearts. We love where we were at. It was a great place. Plus, we have our e-bikes from Not Your Daddy. So we're just going to take our e-bikes and we're just saying, scoot right on over. I'll be good.
So, that's not the one.
Oh, it must be Jenna.
Yeah, David Moffitt's saying that it's coming out blurry underneath there. Refresh came out clear. I don't know. We may need to do some upgrades.
Let us know, y'all, if you're getting a clear ticker banner down there. Like I said, y'all are helping us with this experiment on StreamYard because we don't know what we're doing. So let us know. Give us some feedback on that.
Yeah, because Dale said they're clear. So
nice.
Might be all the snow David's getting up there. It's blurring his vision. You got to wear sunglasses out there. Don't get that snow vision deal.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and flip. What is that, Tara? You can still get a DUI on an e-bike. And that's the beauty of it, y'all. And I know I've mentioned this before. Thursday nights are our Saturday nights. With both of us being retired, weekdays, weeknights don't matter to us. But I don't think I drank at all at 10 Killer last year. I don't think I had anything to drink.
I'm going to put this on because I want to, Clarissa, when we're done with our live, obviously don't call right now, but call us. I'll tell you how to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I missed that. I didn't read quick enough. So
about getting sizzle on. So
gotcha.
Okay.
There's a bell. Looks good.
So all right, nobody's having.
So if you guys are interested in going to the 10 Killer meetup, get on the website and start booking because I know those sites do fill up fast.
Yes.
We would love to meet you. We would love to have you there.
And the other part, which we didn't put down there because there's a whole character limitation on scrolling banners, was if you go to our community post, there is an email set up. We would like to know how many people are coming. So if you send an email to that email, and I don't remember what it is off the top of my head because shiny things and squirrel moments, then we can keep track of.
And it's just
what
nice
I was doing.
Know.
We can keep track of who's coming.
For food purposes, y'all. It's for food purposes because we want to make sure that we're feeding y'all and all that good stuff. That if we do that, it's we have the right amount.
And so
which one's next?
The next one would be this one.
Woohoo! So this one's super cool. All y'all know our awesome, wonderful moderator, Jan. And Jan is part of the team that heads up the Ozark, Missouri meetup. And we went to it last year, and y'all, it was phenomenal. It was so much fun. Super laid back, beautiful. We kayaked. We did so many things. It was just awesome. And so that's running along the bottom now. And that one would be MissouriStateParks.com, MOSTATE.
And we went to that one last year. This is their second annual, and that one is a much more kind of just laid back, chill. There isn't a lot of, say, big events or things. It's literally just come hang out.
Yeah, there's no real schedule to it.
No,
it's just a chill.
Yeah, it's a nice, relaxed environment that if you don't want to go to something where you're like, ooh, I'm afraid to miss out on this event or that event, and speakers or demonstrations or what.
No.
As far as we understand, because the way it was last year and it was amazing, was just go there, hang out, have a good time. That's the only thing that's mandatory. Yeah. Have a good time. And
I think the only time we convened together as a group is they had amazing gifts and raffles. And so that was really the only time where one thing was occurring that you kind of really wanted to be there for. So yeah, but it's a really good laid back, just lots of fun. We're looking forward to it and we'll definitely be there. So check it out on the bottom.
Yeah.
And look into it.
And so I'll let that one run for a little bit just so that people can, bloop and
get the deets,
do the things and
get the deets going on. Saturday night, y'all. It ain't my Thursday, it's Saturday.
And so
hi, Wanda. Oh, I saw external issues. I read that as extraterrestrials. Yep. Oh, y'all. I know, goofball, but y'all think I'm the goofball? Did you guys watch the last video I put out from when the guys moved Junk to Gems to Arkansas? I think that had to have been one of the funniest videos. I still crack up laughing. I will pull it up and replay all the goofy parts, and I just still die laughing. It ain't always just me being the goofy butt. It's him being goofy butt too, and Keith. And Mike.
Oh man, it was that was a great trip, and I mean the cause or the reasoning behind the trip was the greatest part of it. But then for us to come together the way it was, and
when that wire flapped back and smacked Mike in the face,
and then
for him, the way he handled it, you couldn't have scripted something.
Yeah, and he walked up. I mean, obviously, guys, I'm sitting in the truck, and I just thought, I thought literally he just tripped trying to avoid it, and then he come up and luckily it was just a small little cut.
Yeah, and he was talking to the camera. It was a great video. It cracked me up. Yeah.
And so I popped that up there. Beverly Moffitt had put Devil Dogs having one in Texas.
We were asking about that.
Like I said, we know there's a whole lot more meetups out there, and sometimes we have to look away and limit ourselves because the other part of it is
we wouldn't get anything done.
If you look at some of these dates of when these meetups are happening, they're kind of back to back.
I have to watch for harvest season.
And so we have to watch our gardening and stuff like that. But for sure, I want to throw that out there because I think I'd seen it where Devil Dog, if you guys haven't seen his channel, and then I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I'm almost certain, because I think it's him and Belt Loop are
that sounds about right.
Putting that together. But if you go to Devil Dog's channel, you should be able to get some information.
Melon, you're here. Hi, guys. We'll be seeing you guys soon. As soon as we get nailed into the whole
weather would
thing.
Cooperate.
Yeah, for sure. I want to get her dried in so bad.
Yeah, they just had a big dry in. They're dried in.
Mike was filling us in on that tonight. Sweet and nice for you guys.
And okay. That's not good.
What?
So Scotty Duati said he'd be back. He's got to go to the cellar to check out the only getting cold water.
Yeah, there's that. I'm on the fence, y'all, with the whole on-demand hot water heater. I think we need to upgrade our pressure tank because it's scalding hot and then freezing cold, scalding hot and freezing cold. And it's just in, out, in, and you just can't have a comfortable, So we're going to be working on that. We have a lot. When we moved into the tiny house, we knew that not everything was dialed into perfection, but we're working on that.
Yeah, we're slowly getting it adjusted. And
Mhm.
honestly, I think the issue that we're having right now isn't the hot water heater. It's probably our pressure tank at the well house.
It's probably undersized for
Which,
how many people it's supporting.
well, and so here's the defense of it, you know, if you're just coming in tonight and with a pressure tank that I have in the well house, that was original to what we bought on the property. Like I pulled wood and
It sat in the elements for
rotted
15
insulation.
years.
Like the fact that it even works, I'm amazed. And it's one of those that I was like, you know what? It's working. We have water when I turn on the tap. Everything's good.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
If it ain't broken, don't touch it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
And it's not broke. It's probably not working right, but it's not broke. So
right.
I will at some point
have
to upgrade. And what I'm trying to decide is whether I want to go with just one really big tank at the well house, or do I stay with the size that's at the well house, but then at the, like, say I just add another tank up by the house somewhere. But then that's somewhere else that I have to protect and keep from freezing. So
I think the bigger tank, because if y'all are new here and you're not really familiar with,
and I can't, Keith. I put that up there. He told me quit laughing. I just can't.
So we have 17 acres in North Central Arkansas. And on this 17 acres, we have a dream of building multitudes of cabins. We want several off-grid cabins, and we have 7 children. And so we want them, not that we're hoping that all of them can come at one time, but we want to have that availability, as well as, you know, if we live next to a huge resort. So if people want to rent Airbnbs, that kind of stuff. So we have to look at providing water to a multitude of cabins, not just the tiny house, not just Jenna, not just Jake. So, yeah. So I think we should just upgrade the pressure tank. But I don't know how to do that. And I don't know if you've ever done it. Have you?
Not totally replaced it, but they're pretty simple.
Okay. Awesome. So, okay, 6:37. So I'm going to get on with... yeah. Did you pop up the last one?
I haven't. I'm trying to go through some comments.
All right. Well, you go through those comments. So, y'all, along with us testing out StreamYard, that's in lieu of some awesome giveaways that we're going to be doing when we get the YouTube studio built. And, of course, the tie-dye, you all know, that's kind of my signature thing. I love my tie-dye. I'm looking at doing a exclusive possible members only, because we are going to be adding memberships eventually, but I want them to be value added. So if you have a membership for 3 months at this rate, you might get a mug or a t-shirt, or I'm not sure how that's all going to structure, but I want it to be a value added membership so that you're not just like sending, paying your fees each month. I want you to get something out of it. So I'm researching into that, and that's the whole reason we're building the YouTube studio, is so for us to have a YouTube place, a place where is,
and we need to be able to track it. I mean, I know like YouTube memberships are tracked through the YouTube app, and you can see it, but we haven't talked about it much yet, but part of the studio is also going to be computer hardware upgrade. And doing the merch side of it. And so until we can track it ourselves, because it's one of those that we're on the interwebs, right? We all have to rely on a computer, but I don't like
he worries about it more than I do.
And so, I do these little things like notes on everything. And then of course I can't find the notes later on when I need them, but
But with us doing our own
before
merch,
I throw it away, I need it right here.
With us doing our own merch and having that space, like I said, I have the press. We have a trailer load full of t-shirts, sweatshirts, all that. It's just ready for me to start pressing. So I want to do a limited edition tie-dye, and I want to learn to tie-dye myself. So chances are I'll be giving away all of my little oopsies during the process, but be on the lookout, because y'all seen our Critter Creek logo, had it as our thumbnail tonight. It's an amazing logo. And I always wondered what our logo would look like on a red shirt. funny story, our trailer is full of boxes and boxes of red shirts. So I think they're just going to look amazing to stick that Critter Creek logo on there. So be on the lookout, y'all. Over the next couple months, we're going to be adding a lot of really cool stuff. And once, as we get the YouTube studio finished and moved into, the merch will be up and running. And I want to be able to incorporate that into the membership so that you're getting a value added product back. So let us know what you think about that. Let us know how you feel about that. I know that I've gotten tons of requests that y'all want the Critter Creek on a shirt. It's coming, but it may only be for members only. I don't know yet. I'm cross between making it something desirable versus here you go.
Well, and we've got to see, I mean, at the end of the day, we got to see what the bottom line is going to be.
Right.
Like the whole idea of us doing like her getting the press and doing our own merch and stuff was we want you all to be able to, have merch from us, but not at a crazy, ridiculous price. So
we're cheapskates.
Yeah, like it's one of those that we don't have a lot other than what she's bought, like Walmart iron-ons to make.
Yeah.
Because we're just too cheap to even buy our own stuff.
Yeah. And we're doing this all debt free, y'all.
Here's Bill. Bill says, put a world map on the wall and put a pin where each member is from.
That would be cool. And actually, you guys, I can't wait till we get the YouTube studio up because like what you see behind me, I know this is the tiny house kitchen that y'all are seeing. When we get moved into the YouTube studio, it's going to be all on the back because it's going to be wood, right? And I will be wood burning into all of that, all of our, members and people who have super chatted. And it's just, it's going to be all around us. It's just going to be the most cool YouTube studio. I'm so excited for it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Paul even said, the studio needs 2 sets of bunk beds for surprise kid visits and used for shelving. Yeah.
And you're onto something because that will be an extra added use.
And we've talked about that was if we decide to upgrade the little love seat that's a hide-a-bed in our living room, then that would go out to the studio and possibly be, at a minimum, it would at least be a spot somebody could throw air mattress or 2 down and stay until we can get some other cabins built.
Yeah.
And then Wade Rue, White Rock Homestead Nation on some shirts.
Yeah, and one of the things I want to do with the member shirts that only the members will be able to, that like on the graphic it'll say member since, and then have the date. Maybe not the actual date you become a member, but the month or the year. That's a little bit something extra. I don't want to leave anybody out with memberships. That's kind of why we pulled them and not done them sooner, because I want to have the merch up and running before we do that. Because I want y'all to get stuff.
Yeah, and Mel and Gary definitely know the debt-free, definitely a way to go. Not always easy, but definitely rewarding.
Yeah.
And it is. And we've had that conversation, oddly enough, so much lately.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, well, just, go get a loan, do this and go do that. And we're like, that's not how this works. And there's been those moments that it's been really, really tempting.
It's been
to just, all right, let me go get a loan for this. But that defeats our purpose of building the way we are. And at the end of and it does go slower, which, we have to accept really more than anybody else, is we have to be okay with it going slower. But at the end, knowing that, just like this studio, we're milling all the lumber to build it. And we got where we did as of right now, but now it's, guess what? Back to the sawmill. So and being debt free, people talk about it of they strive to be there, and I think a lot of times they want to be debt free, but they don't want the sacrifices that come with it, because I don't think necessarily that always the sacrifice is shown to y'all. And there's a lot of sacrifice to be debt free. We're not rich, and so why not faster than when?
Right. Yes. Yeah, exactly. And so I go back to my homestead in Ohio, and you know, as a single mom working 3 to 4 jobs, going through nursing school, you know, doing all that, there was actually a time when I almost lost it all. I did. I almost lost every single bit of it over property taxes, y'all, because I wasn't debt free. And I wanted to be, but I wasn't. And I think that fear of losing everything you've worked for keeps us and brings us, recenters us back to that place where no, we're not financing anything. It's not to say that we never will. I think, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, and honestly, I mean,
not in our.
If that time presents where we need to finance something, we're not saying we're totally against it, but if we can make it happen without doing it, then great. Because, you know, anybody out here that's already living debt free understands it. If you're working towards debt free, congratulations, and I hope you make it there.
Don't give up. It happens.
Keep going, because the feeling of being able to wake up in your own home on your own land and look out, and everything that you can physically see amongst your property is owned.
Yeah.
There's no bank that can threaten you. There's no financer that can come in and say, hey, you didn't, you know, do this the way I wanted, so I'm going to just take it. They can't do it. And if they try, Lord help them.
Yeah.
So,
but you know, it comes with, like I said, it comes with sacrifice. Yeah, I got this shirt at the local thrift shop for $1.50, or I think, or I don't know what it was. You know, I don't carry expensive purses. We don't eat out. Very rarely do we eat out. I think maybe once every 2 weeks is about what we, you know, it comes with a certain aspect of sacrifice. But at the end of the day, nothing is more important than that peace of mind, because I could be in tears for how I felt when I almost lost my other homestead.
Yeah.
So just stick with it. You'll be great. You'll be fine.
On to the news,
next one.
Right? So we've covered 2 meetups already.
Yep.
But there's a third on our list.
Woohoo!
And right down there it is.
Yes. Right down here, y'all.
And
we already have our reservations. We're already booked. We are locked in.
That is the one that the family as a whole is hosting here in Arkansas at Blue Mountain Lake. At Waveland Park Campground, and if you go to, is that the full website? Just
recreation.gov, and then it like bounces you to.
All right, so make sure you're looking up, you know, Blue Mountain Lake, Waveland Park when you go to the recreation.gov, which I'm pretty sure that's the Arkansas like state website or whatever. But if you go there and you know get your reservation. Because I know I don't know what the numbers are right now, but I know sites are dwindling because more and more people are rogering up to go to it.
Yeah.
There is a list of some Airbnbs that are available in that area. So, and it's Blue Mountain Lake. If you guys haven't seen it, you can go over.
It's beautiful.
And I think I know everybody in the family, so I can't quote 100% on the videos.
Charlie.
Here. He's digging in.
I know. Push him down.
I can't.
He likes to be. Come here, Charlie.
Time to do some claw trimming.
Yep, it's time.
So gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the 17th, 18th, and 19th. You know, Friday pretty much gonna be, you know, everybody coming in, a meet and greet, and you know, getting to just say your hellos, you know, nothing big planned other than, hey, come in and get settled in. And
are we going to be there Thursday, though? I think we booked from Thursday. Or was that another meetup?
I don't know.
I
think I reserved Thursday off to go check the reservation.
Yeah, but, we like to get there and get settled.
Yeah,
find our
so
wits about ourselves.
That's kind of Friday. Saturday is going to be when all the kind of major events and all that stuff are going to be going on. And I don't know, somebody said something, and I was kind of watching some lives. I know some official words coming out, and I know Mel and Gary are in here. So, but there might be a dunk tank, which could be pretty interesting.
That could be fun.
So we're going to see if that's really going to come out. And the biggest thing, guys, is
Yeah.
like I said, it's the family. You know who they are. You've got CRC, you've got SLR, Mike at DD5,
Mama B,
David at Come On, Mama
Bobblehead.
B.
I guess,
So
yeah.
as information comes out, guys, keep watching community pages of all these channels
Yes.
here, because it'll come out as soon as we have it. And the thing is, you don't want to put out information without having all of it, right? Because you're going to have questions. You're going to be like, well, wait a minute, what about this? And what about that? Well, ducks in a row. And at this point, they're just like,
They're getting
ducks,
there.
can we have ducks? And so it's coming.
Yes.
And
I think one of the biggest things that...
There's even more. You might
What?
even be able to...
Pie us in the face? Oh!
So
I make some amazing pie, sweetheart. You will not be sorry.
Yeah. and of course, the other channel, even though they're not living in Arkansas yet, they're working it, guys. They got the property. Is Jen and Wiley over at our mountain home. They will definitely be having... And
I think Mike said that possibly by next week they'll have the Facebook page up and running. Maybe don't count us on that. That's just kind of
just like I said,
a shot in the dark. On
you all are watching and getting the same information we are. So just keep an eye out.
And one of the most awesome things that I think is really awesome about this particular meetup is all the proceeds, whether it be donations, raffles,
merch,
whatever is going out of this is going towards elementary schools in their location as well as veterans benefits.
Yeah. So there's I think at least 2 elementary schools that they have, obviously for the communities that they're in.
Yep.
And so I know there's at least 2 schools that they're looking at donating funds, or all those proceeds to, and some veterans organizations. So that's the super exciting part is, some people will be a little reserved on the meetups and like, oh, well, there's money for merch. Where does all that go? No, it's not going in their pocket. It's not going to buy them new trucks and fancy things and build their homes.
Their community.
It's going into the community, because that's what we all preach. And it's the greatest way to prove it is, hey, let's do something, and then we're gonna give it out. So,
I'm sorry to laugh, y'all. Charlie just pulled the laundry basket over on himself. We're the weirdest cat.
Oh, I've got to highlight this one.
So we would love to meet you guys if you're even tossing around going to any of these meetups. We will be at all of these that we have listed tonight, and we want to meet you. We want to see you, and you don't have to stay the whole weekend. So if you're only able to make it a drive-in for the day or whatever, most definitely.
Some time is better than no time. So, we'll take any of it.
Absolutely.
And, so we're going to let that one run down there. But did you see who finally figured it out?
It's Miss Sarah, finally. So, y'all, Sarah is a part of our river crew up back home at Rivergate Campground. That is our home. That is our love. That is our everything. And we will be going back for another week in July. Oh, we love it. And so we love you, Sarah, and all of our Rivergate friends.
Yes, absolutely. So, guys, tonight, and before we get off, I mean, we still have some time, but we need to make sure we highlight it, because Thursday's party night.
Yeah.
Why?
It's our Saturday.
It's
our Saturday.
Cheers to Thursdays.
Yes.
So we have Homestead Hangout. And hopefully most of you all made it over. If not, hey, like I said, reset your timer. Don't just start Thursdays at 6. You need to start it at 5 Central over at Gillen Farms. And they did some amazing giveaways tonight, and congrats to everybody that won on that.
Giveaways. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
I am.
So you'll see Johnny and Christine over there. You get done with them, then you can hop over here and see us too and do our shenanigans, and you never know what'll come out of our mouths.
Oh, Belt Loop's on. Belt Loop can tell us about the Texas one.
And so, squirrel moment over
Sorry,
here.
I just saw Belt Loop and I'm like, Texas.
And so right after us, where are they going?
Not for nothing, Homestead with Ginger and
Joey.
Yep.
You know what's cool about Joey? He can fix it for you.
He can fix it for you.
He can do it.
And then after them, then who do we go to?
We play this game thing, and you gotta pick colors and shapes and Cahoots
with Dale and Lisa at 9 Acre Family Farms.
They are there, y'all, and it is a good time.
Yeah, it is
for sure.
Yeah, I mean your competitive nature definitely comes through on these, because it's not about even knowing the answer, how quickly you can do the answer. So definitely check us out. We are the Thursday Night Homestead Hangout group, and we're not just channels, we're friends, and we just have a blast together. And then on top of that, every Monday night, us ladies of the Homestead Hangout, which is Ginger, Christine, myself, and Lisa, we do a Bible study on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And right now we are working our way through Esther. And oh my gosh, it's so cool, y'all. It's not your normal Bible study. It's just 4 ladies all in their different places of where they go in their walk. And it's like we're sitting around a table discussing something. And it's so cool. And I know I like to make it relevant to what we're doing in today's world. And so join us every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And what is, yeah, I'll make sure. So then Saturday. So this coming Saturday will not be chilling with the Gillums, because you have Jesse and Lisa over at Lazy Days Ahead. So every other weekend, every other Saturday is going to be chilling with the Gillums on Gillum Farms page at 8 Central. Right. I had to keep all these numbers in my brain.
Come here, Jenna. Somebody was asking about you.
Oh, my.
Come over here.
Maybe I need to put locks on the doors, y'all. I just let anybody in here.
Jenna Bug just got home from work. I know y'all were asking about hers. They were asking how you're doing.
Good. I mean, mostly I got a tooth pulled yesterday, so my jaw hurts.
And she's speaking a lot plainer today than she was the other day. We should have recorded that.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so when she has a day off and she's not getting her teeth pulled, I do wrangle her in for projects. So you guys will see her intermittently for sure. Absolutely.
Right here. Okay, so real quick, guys, I know we have a few minutes, and I see that he's putting it on here. So they have a meetup on January 20th from 9 to 11 in Huffman, Texas at the Retreat RV and Camping Resort.
No, we want you
fellas,
to.
We wanted you to. Mm-hmm. I'm actually glad you came in, so that, because we didn't have all that information.
Somebody had asked us about it, and we're like, "Ooh, we don't know. We're gonna get with Butler and find out." So it's awesome that you're here.
And then, so to go with that,
they say hi, Jenna.
There's just outside of Houston. There's a $5 pass charge that's been discounted from $15 for us. Nice. So that's the 20th. That's coming up real soon.
Yep, 2-minute, guys. So we just want to thank you guys for all being here with us tonight.
Oh, see, here's another one. Anybody want to travel to Alaska? You can go up and have a meetup on July 13th. At least they're doing it in July.
If y'all know of any meetups in the Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia area, please let me know. That is my family's home. That is my heart. So I do want to go to some of those over there. So if y'all know of some that I don't, please let me know.
So see all that? Yep, that's where you guys have to go next.
Yes.
Is Not For Nothing Homestead.
We thank you guys all for being here with us tonight.
Give them a blue heart love raid from White Rock.
Blue heart love raid. We appreciate y'all, and be on the lookout. We got some great stuff coming with that merch and memberships and all that stuff.
So,
and come meet us at the meetups.
So yeah, we're excited, guys, and we hope to see you at a meetup. If not, we will see you next week right here.
Yes. Bye, guys.
So get over to Ginger's.
Go.
Not For Nothing Homestead. I can even spell it. Come on, go. Go on now. Get on out of here.